Hello. It's me. Hold on, just put me straight in. Everything's lagging. Hello. Um, hey. Today, I think we're just reading SCPs. Um, I've been putting some... Why am I laggy? Hold on. I hate an issue. Irksome. Close this. You think my giant fucking computer would be able to handle two apps being open at once? Thanks, Apple. Okay, I think it's fine now. All right, hey. How's it going? It is a comfy sweater. It is a dinosaur sweater. I think specifically it is the dinosaur from the game you can play on Google Chrome when you don't have internet. You like jump over stuff. I think it's that dinosaur specifically. Sweater causes lag. Hello, Drum and host body who says 5 months of this buffoonery. Room looks so empty, so the eagle-eyed among you will notice that the bike is gone. It was here, no longer. It Rug win Tuesday, my man. Coming on Tuesday. So yeah, okay. Benny said so long eyesore. I would be offended if I kind of didn't agree with you. I donated it because I'm perfect, and I dropped it off at the place by me and the guy. I don't know. It was sort of like a workshop, and all these guys were inside, and I was like on the outside, kind of far away, and I didn't know what to say, so I was just like, "I've got a bike," and he was like, "Oh, I'm quite quiet." That's weird because nothing is different. I have a bit of a cold today, as you may have been able to pick up on. But anyway, Yoo-hoo always works for me. That's a good one. That's what I should have done. Yoo-hoo! Not because nobody wanted... So, okay, actually, the rest of the story, not because nobody wanted to pay for it. I bring it in. The guy goes, "Oh, she's a beauty. So fuck all of you grandma bike ass, fuck all of you fucking, fuck you, okay?" The bike man said, "Oh, she's a beauty," and then I, acting like I've ever gendered my bike before, was like, "She's cute, isn't she?" Like as if I like knew what she's cute, isn't she? Um, and then he was like, "Yeah, this is great. I think this one is definitely gonna sell." And I said, "Great, fantastic news." And I gave him my bike pump and my lock, and he said, and I was like, "Can you take these?" And he was like, "Yeah, everyone's always looking for an extra lock and a pump." And then I giggled because that sounded like something vulgar. And then he took it away. And now I can actually use that mirror to see things in. Hello, sir. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you. Played that man like a fiddle. Poor guy trying to be professional. Me sexually harassing the man at the bike garage. Say it ain't so. A lock and a pump, a working man's dream. So yeah, bike's gone. What else has happened? Nothing besides me being sick. I always I always fall ill after a long airplane ride. So the whole time I was in America, I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm gonna wake up sick. I'm gonna wake up sick, and I nothing, no ailment at all. I felt not great the whole time, but not like sick. And now, lo and behold, when I finally kick off my shoes and relax, the cold coils itself around my sinuses. So anyway, um, not sick like, but also not sick like vomiting either. Just a sort of general malaise. Uh, Me and Benny found each other in another stream. Are we soulmates? Listen, I found Benny in another stream, and I'm not even fucking looking for the guy. He gets around. I'm not. I'm not. It's not an accusation. Benny's. Listen, you said it, not me. Okay? Benny's modding other streams? Oh my god. What's the point? What's the point of me? All this time thinking I'm fucking special. But I'm not. My plug is unplugged. Benny belongs to the streets. Can't hold a good man down. I'm really excited to read some SCPs today. I think it's actually the perfect thing for us to be doing, because I wanted to do something spooky, but fuck knows I'm not playing a spooky game. And because SCPs, they're ghost stories for the chronically online, which I think is great and fun. The title of the stream is in reference to an SCP, I guess, novel called There Is No Antimemetics Division. An anti-meme, if you're not familiar, is an entity, or I was going to say organism, which is more like an entity, whose like whole way of being is to sort of snuff itself out of existence in the minds of men. So something which insists on its non-existence, which is fun. Sometimes that's what an SCP is. Generally they're just it's like, if you're not familiar at all, it's like a sort of Wikipedia style internet thing wherein different inexplicable phenomena, normally with a horror or existentially disgusting slant, and they're a lot of fun to read. Sounds like my love life. Similar to the silence from Doctor Who, indeed. There's a Ronald Reagan one. Okay, so here's word salad. The fuck, brother? I'm just talking. So I found I googled best SCPs, and you'll understand if you don't know what I'm talking about. You'll understand as we get into it. I googled best SCPs Reddit, and I found a comment from a man who, just assuming man, I don't know, a fellow human who seems lucid, and sort of with it. They seem like good recommendations, so we were just gonna go down the list. I don't want to pick a random number because it might be shit. And I'd rather read a bunch of good ones. All my homies lucid. Salad, contain, protect. I don't know if I love my eyeliner today. Hold on, I'm just gonna do a quick smudging action. Hello, everybody. Hello, Schizo Bailey, FBI. Hello. Thank you for the. I'm glad you all like my sweater. I got it at just like a weird little stall in Peckham. Isn't that funny? Don't call me a dweeb. Are you wearing it because it looks like a skeleton costume? I wasn't, but that's an astute observation to be sure. Hello, Ramona. Thanks very much. Inkervine as well. Hello. It's a shame that I'm Walmart Phoebe Bridgers, because I obviously totally fuck with, like, the skeleton onesie vibe. But if I did it, no one would let me live it down. I think it is the Google dinosaur, yes. Conolv, hello. Enjoy your new eyeball. Maybe? No, it's not a new eyeball. Thanks, though. Okay, let's just jump into it. We got... This fella says, in no specific order, and his flair is the based god. SCP-1782. Tabula rasa. Tabula rasa. Autocork, who says, hold your horses, I demand recognition. Hello. Okay, hey, and then watch this. Nice. There's no streamer who is doing it the way I am. Sounds like a Spanish dish. Long, tall. What a layout, eh? Forsen. Okay, listen. This is SCP-1782. Object class, Euclid. Would a spooky sound bed be appropriate? Potentially. Is that a guy with a bunch of owls? It does appear that way. Ert Fester, hello, thank you. Is a a Euclidean object? Hold on, let me I could get some spooky sounds going. Spooky sound ambiance. Halloween ambiance. Oh, it's live. Ooh. Is that a bit, like, too whimsical? Stop, I'm scared. It's a little scary. We need dank cave noises, you're totally right. Dank cave ambiance. D&D ambiance. Damp cave. I mean, this is much better. Danny Elfman live. I'm shivering. Whoever the heck that was, you're right. We should probably figure out what the fuck a Euclid class SCP is. You say it's an anomaly that requires more resources to contain completely, or where containment isn't always reliable. Usually this is because the SCP is insufficiently understood or inherently unpredictable. Euclid is the object class with the greatest scope, and it's usually a safe bet that an SCP will be this class if it doesn't easily fall into any of the other standard object classes. Okay, cool. So that gleaned nothing. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Don't worry about it. Besides, it's just a weird thing. Benny, do not act like you've got someone standing by to fuck. Watch my SCP stream. Does it sound like piss? Is it too loud? Sorry. Oh, it's because I've got... Sorry. Is that better? Alright, great. Special containment procedures. Everyone strap in. Everyone strap the fuck in, alright? The entrance and a perimeter of SCP-1782 are to be monitored at all times. Although Blah has not yet proven itself to be outwardly hostile, the door to the room should be guarded by at least 2 armed personnel at all times. The area is only to be explored by unmanned drones, which have been requisitioned since the events of Redacted. I can't take this seriously with the sounds. It's still too loud and the mic is quiet. What the fuck? Hello? 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 I'm gonna fucking kick off. If y'all don't just sit down and shut the fuck up and enjoy my SCP stream. Okay, perfect. Were you even listening to any of that? It needs to be only explored by unmanned drones. Okay? Which is very scary. SCP-1782 is a room measuring 22 or... 22? Why can't I fucking read? 42 or 45 square meters. They're not sure. In an abandoned apartment complex located in Kiev, Ukraine. Oh no. Imprints over the archway entering the room read 198D. They need a better tape measure. SCP-1782's interior changes in appearance every 3 days at 3:12 a.m. The change is instantaneous. Unmanned droned, so like Sav's love life. Don't say actual joke. SCP-1782 is usually furnished with typical household objects, although SCP-1782 and the objects themselves, when present, are aged significantly with signs of heavy use. The floor plan of the room varies, certain instances having a kitchen. How quaint. A kitchen, bedroom, and living room, or simply being a large empty space. SCP-1782 occasionally manifests what appear to be sapient entities and fauna. Objects appearing before the change vanish regardless of their proximity to SCP-1782 at exactly 3:12 a.m. That's spooky. Cross this out. I'm not feeling very spooked. You gotta, like, give it a second. Wait. Oh my god. Cultural necrosis. The attention economy? Like, what the fuck? Sit down. Sit down and listen. Testing subjects in all cases return from the interior of the room with a fear of holes. Exact reasons for this are unknown. Area Record 1782. Year redacted. Room materializes empty. The sound of metal scraping against metal can be heard. A disembodied female voice can be heard repeating the phrase, "Shakes me, makes me lighter," until 3:12 a.m. That's scary. That's fucking spooky. Area Record 1782. Event. Room materializes empty. Sound does not travel through the interior, although upon further inspection, a small area of the left wall of the floor plan emits a faint metallic grating noise. Area Record 1782. Event. An elderly human feeding itself to a group of kakapo. Did not express pain, appeared ambivalent. It's the rare parrot. It's the rare parrot. Shagged by a rare parrot. That one. Frightening. There's an excerpt from an interview. Oh god. This is the SCP. The room is speaking. And then I'll be eaten. There's a hole in the wall in the bottom of the floor. But I don't see how that makes any difference. What could have been? Can you tell us what you're doing? What is your name? It is a meat offering. Thou shalt put oil upon it and lay incense thereon. Dr. Sanders approaches the entity and the group of birds. They are non-hostile. Pour all the rest of the blood thereof at the foot of the altar, chickadees. In the hole on the floor, it's the humanoid speaking. It's the humanoid associated. Ah, I see. -1, of course. I'm realizing these are really difficult to read out without giggling. When you read them by yourself in the nighttime, they're really fucking scary. Chickadees isn't a scary word, but it's scary for a sinister presence to say. It happens at 3:12, it's gotta be scary. Dr. Sanders motions for a guard and instructs him to pick up one of the birds. The bird is examined and appears mundane. A skin sample is taken from the entity at this time. The results are later found to be normal. The bird is placed on the floor and it continues feeding on the entity. Entity getting actively munched. Tell me what you're thinking. This behavior becomes abnormal. The subject intermittently pinches different parts of its exposed flesh and can be seen trying to make suggestive eye contact with Dr. Sanders during this portion of the interview. Nothing out of the ordinary. The birds are hungry, though. That feel when you are an entity? Aw, geez. Do I look hungry to you? Now what kind of question is that? You some kind of loony? Is there something wrong? No. I'm feeling a bit bloated, though. Must have been all of that sugar and brandy I drank before she brought me in here. There's an abortion under the floorboards. One in the sink, too. Ah, jeez. Can't imagine Colonel Sanders. I was thinking of Bernie. Area record 1782. Event. Room appears with 2 partitions, including a bathroom housing only a toilet and a small rectangular entrance accessible through a small hole in the wall. The room is tinted a dull green, with what appears to be caked blood and feces on certain sections of the walls. Hold on, my nose is running. Ah. Oh, man. Poop reference. A man in an orange jumpsuit materializes. Don't say nasty. It's not very nice. A man in an orange jumpsuit materializes instantly outside the door to SCP-1782 with a television camera on his shoulder. Spooky. Attempts to communicate with the entity are successful, although unorthodox. The entity asks that Dr. Sanders produce a small television set and stay outside of the cell so that he could record the girl in the wall in the bottom of the floor. Skibbity toilet. Those in charge of testing obliged. The following is a transcript of the recording. Entity enters the room. A faint noise similar to metal scraping against metal can be heard throughout the video. A decidedly upbeat pop punk song begins playing, the singer repeating the lyrics. There's a hole in the wall in the bottom of the floor. There's a girl in the wall in the bottom of the floor. That's fucking spooky. That was the first time I just got... So when I read these, whenever something like resonates as like a scary thing to happen, my eyes well up with tears. Does that resonate with anyone? Like my eyes actually will well up with tears. And I just got I just experienced that right now. Men don't have tears. Just very like dreamlike and unsettling and disgusting. Never experienced that. Okay, well I am an empath and also highly sensitive. I just feel culturally necroted. Entity takes a right towards a small cubicle-like partition containing only a toilet. The camera is positioned over the toilet to reveal what appears to be a mutilated fetus in the basin. Video begins to distort, seemingly for some sort of artistic effect. Can I even say that on Twitch? Am I gonna get banned? This continues until 16:33:18 when the entity exits the bathroom. You can say artistic. This doesn't... We don't have to vet him. Who cares? That's fine. Twitch doesn't even care about the R word. Well, like, mutilated fetus. Just say it clearly so it knows what the fuck I'm talking about. There are girls painting their boobs. So true. TwitchCon invite rescinded. Camera pans and circles around the room, temporarily reaching impossible speeds. That's scary. Before again slowing down. The object in the toilet seen previously is cut into view of the footage intermittently. Metallic grating grows louder. Hi, cute Mars. Camera fixes on a small hole in the wall on the left side of the room. The entity places the camera on the floor and can be seen adjusting his suit before again picking up the camera. Entity heads towards the hole in the wall, entering a prone position and somehow crawling into the hole. Video goes black for 5 minutes. Music continues to play and heavy breathing can be heard from 2 separate sources. Light returns, revealing a damp, muddy area that the camera could not possibly fit in. View is centered towards the ground, gradually scrolling upwards across what initially appears to be a miniature, uncased septic tank with small skeletal legs similar to a human's. As the view continues to scroll, a clear fluid can be seen spraying in a small funnel upwards into what is later revealed to be a human skull lacking a lower jaw or nasal cavity with exaggerated eye sockets. Faint crying is audible as the septic tank object's head moves slightly to the right with the aid of small skeletal hands from opposing sides of the camera's view. Brown liquid sprays onto the object's face before video feed ends. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucked up. This is sick. Entity does not return from the hole. Something about a little septic tank with human legs. It's like... So... That got me. That's fucked up. This is sick. Keep reading. An RC car with some obstacle clearing capability was requisitioned and mounted with a GPS and video camera to inspect the hole. The device successfully entered the hole, and a live feed confirmed the object recorded by the previous entity. Video feed of the object reveals limbs and the head of the object moving slowly up and down. I think this might be Skibbity Toilet. I know we were like joking before, but this might be Skibbity Toilet. Footage went unsteadily past 3:12 a.m., revealing that the object does not disappear, although the entrance to its location is no longer present. GPS positioning reveals the location of the entity to be in the same location as Dr. Sanders, although testing reveals this to be false. Later GPS readings suggest that the device is located at any mature female within 5 meters on any given day. What does that mean? Is that it? Oh, recovery. The entity located outside of the door prior to exploration could not be located. Show me this. It's just more stuff about the toilet. I don't know about this one. The end. My favorite location, female. Any female in a 5-meter radius. SCP-87 actually scary when I was a kid, the one about the staircase. Let's do that. So that then if it's bad, we can blame you. Hello, J-Place. SCP-87, please. Oh, I've clicked on this one before. Ooh, this makes me feel sick. It makes me want to cry. It has pictures and everything. Another Euclid. Classic. We're experts now. We know this. SCP-87 is located on the campus of... The doorway leading to SCP-87 is constructed of reinforced steel with an electro-release lock mechanism. It has been disguised to resemble a janitorial closet consistent with the design of the building. The lock mechanism on the doorknob will not release unless redacted volts are applied in conjunction with counterclockwise rotation of the key. The inside of the door is lined with 6 centimeters of industrial foam padding. Due to the results of the final exploration, see Document 87, IV. No personnel are permitted access to SCP-87. I love the nonsense technobabble. SCP-87 is an unlit platform staircase. Stairs descend on a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform of approximately 3 meters in diameter. Descent direction rotates 180 degrees at each platform. Spooky. The design of SCP-87 limits subjects to a visual range of approximately 1.5 flights. A light source is required for any subjects exploring SCP-87 as there are no lighting fixtures or windows present. Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have been shown to be ineffective, as SCP-87 seems to absorb excess light. Subjects report in audio recordings... This is real, yes. Subjects report in audio recordings confirm the distressed vocalizations from what is presumed to be a child between the ages of 1 number and 3 numbers. The source of the distress call is estimated to be located approximately 200 meters below the initial platform. However, any attempts to descend the staircase have failed to bring subjects closer to the source. The depth of descent calculated from Exploration 4, the longest exploration, is shown to be far beyond both the possible structure of both the building and geological surroundings. At this time, it's unknown if SCP-87 has an endpoint. Hello, Charizard. SCP-87 has undergone 4 video-recorded explorations by Class D personnel. Each subject conducting an exploration has encountered SCP-87-1, which appears as a face with no visible pupils, nostrils, or mouth. That's very scary. The nature of SCP-87-1 is entirely unclear, but it has been determined that it's not the source of the pleading. Subjects exhibit feelings of intense paranoia and fear when faced with this fucking guy, but it's undetermined whether said feelings are abnormal or simply natural reactions. I think they're probably natural reactions to this guy. You've got to be rizzing me. He's not friendly. Bit weird, really, isn't it? Over a period of 2 weeks following Exploration 4, several members of the staff and students from the redacted campus reported knocking at a variable rate of 1 to 2 seconds per knock coming from the interior. The door leading to SCP-87 had been fitted with 6 centimeter thick industrial padding. All reports of knocking have ceased. Well, that's fucking spooky. Oh no. Can't a guy be faceless? Hey, Cryptid Strax. Thanks for the gifted subscription. That's very nice of you. Thank you. D8432. Let's just call him. I hate saying all the numbers. Can I just give him one of your names? Does anyone want to be this fucking guy? Let me know. No. Me. We're gonna call him Jacob. For Jacob Mishka. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him. Jacob is a 43-year-old Caucasian male of average build and appearance and unremarkable psychological background. Class D designation is a result of demotion due to mishandling an SCP, fucking idiot. Jacob is equipped with a 75-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio headset for communication with Dr. Redacted as control. Great stuff. He's just average. He's just perfectly average. Just a normal guy, okay? Jacob steps through the doorway onto initial platform. Despite the wattage, the flood lamp only illuminates the first 9 steps. The second platform is not visible. It's fucking dark. Is your flood lamp functioning properly? Jacob shines the light out the door and into the academic building's hallway. The light reaches significantly further. Yeah, it's working. It just won't light these stairs all the way down. Thank you. Please continue. Jacob descends for 13 steps, unlucky number, before reaching the second platform. The platform is in the shape of a semicircle with an apparently concrete surface and walls. There are no distinct markings aside from nondescript patches of dust, dirt, or wear consistent with that which is found in a typical concrete stairwell. Jacob rotates 180 degrees to begin descent down the second flight, then pauses. Reason for stopping? You hear that? There's a fucking kid down there. Sounds like one. None of the described audio is feeding through the camera or mic at this time. Wait, I wish I could sound design this. One second. Yeah, the 100-year-old kid. That's actually pretty scary. You hear that? There's a fucking kid down there. Sounds like one. None of the described audio is feeding through the camera or mic at this time. Could you please describe the sound? It's young, either female or a very young boy. It's crying and sobbing and saying, please, please help. Yeah, it keeps repeating that and crying. Can you estimate its distance from your current location? The fuck, I don't know, maybe 200 meters down? Shut up, baby, I'm trying to talk to the doctor. Please continue down the next flight. The subject descends another 13 steps. As he reaches the landing, audio of the child as described is picked up. The child alternates between sobbing, wailing, and the words, please help, and down here. The level of audio is consistent with Jacob's reports of it being approximately 200 meters below. Can you still hear the crying? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll stop laughing. It's very serious. We're picking it up as well. Please continue down. Stop if you notice any changes in the audio or environment. The subject descends another 3 flights of stairs before stopping. Keep going, please. Jacob continues another 17 flights, total of 22 flights before stopping. There are no visual changes in the environment, and each flight has been a consistent 13 steps. I'm not getting any fucking closer to the kid. Stereo audio confirms that the crying noise has not increased in volume and remains approximately 200 meters below the subject. Noted. Please continue. The subject continues another 28 flights before... Oh my god, he's so deep. 50 flights total. Jacob is standing on the 51st landing counting... That makes me want to cry. That actually makes me fucking want to cry. That's really deep to not have anything happen. You know? Fuck, man. That's gonna be a tiring walk up. Something tells me this motherfucker's not making it back up. Hey, do you have a prediction? What the fuck? Was there a prediction? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Jake, you'll make it back. Sorry, I forgot you're listening. You'll make it back. I predict he die. He stands on the 51st landing, counting the initial ground level landing. Jacob is estimated to be 200 meters below the initial platform. 34 minutes have elapsed. The volume of the crying has not increased. I feel a little uneasy. You spent a long time in a dark, unknown stairwell. It's natural. Please continue. Fuck that guy, man. The subject hesitates before stepping down on the next stair. As the subject moves forward, the flood lamp illuminates a face located approximately at the bottom of the flight. It appears to be the same size and shape as a human head, except this doesn't have a mouth, nostril, or pupils. The face is completely motionless, but it's making direct eye contact. Oh, that's so gross. Fuck. What the fuck is that? Shit. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck? Can you please describe what you see? It's some sort of fucking person face thing, and it's fucking looking right at me. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It's looking right at me. Is it moving? No, it's just staring at me. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It's creepy. Jacob, calm down. Please approach and further illuminate the entity. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I don't want the fucking... The face jerks forward about 50 centimeters directly toward... Fuck, 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 fuck! Jacob enters a panic state and rapidly ascends. SCP-87. Jacob reaches the ground floor. Oh my god, he's going quick. He reaches the ground floor in 18 minutes, at which time he collapses and passes out. There is no sign of the fucking guy. Review of the footage indicates an equal number of flights and steps ascending as descending. Audio of the crying and pleading remains at the same volume until the last flight, at which point it ceases. Medical reports indicate collapse was the result of the rapid ascension of the stairs, causing fatigue. Oh, you lived. You lived, brother. Congratulations. Made it out, Pog. Well done, brother. It wasn't looking so good for you. Give me the next one. I have a feeling things are about to get even hairier than they were before. Who wants to be D9035? A 28-year-old African-American male of strong build. Bread, you were the first one. Can be bread. You'll forgive me, I can't. Although Polish, I don't know the appropriate pronunciation of Kaczynski. I'll just call you Bread. Who's the biggest misogynist? Extreme hatred for women? Bread, are you sure? Are you sure you want this? I'm blowing my nose off camera. One moment. Bread, you can take it back and I'll just call it Benny. If it's Benny, I completely agree. Benny is a 28-year-old African-American male of strong build. Psychological background indicates no abnormalities except an extreme hatred for women. Subject has an extensive record of data expunged. Benny is equipped with an 100-watt flood lamp with battery power capable of lasting 24 hours, a handheld camcorder fitted with a transmission stream, and an audio handset for communication with Dr. Redacted at control. Benny is also equipped with a backpack containing 100 small LED lights with adhesive backs and battery lives of approximately 3 weeks. Lights turn on and off by compressing them. Benny shines the flood lamp down the first flight of stairs. Despite the extra wattage, the light does not illuminate beyond the 9th step. Why is it written in, like... You want me to go down there, Doc? Hello, Axely. Thanks very much. Please shine your flood lamp outside of SCP-87 to verify it is functioning properly. Benny shines the light into the hallway. Comparison with the footage from Exploration 1 confirms it is indeed brighter. Thank you. Please continue to the first landing. Hey Doc, I know what you said and all, but I don't think I want to go down there. Please continue to the first landing. Doc, look, as per our earlier conversation, please continue to the first landing. Benny pauses for 18 seconds, then descends 13 steps to the first landing and stops. Is that a kid? Please remove one of the adhesive lights and affix it to the wall on the landing. Doc, you hear that? Is that a kid down there? That's unconfirmed. Please affix an adhesive light to the wall and verify it functions. Benny hesitates, then removes one of the lights from his backpack and adheres it to the wall. He presses on the light and it turns on. Please turn off your flood lamp. Benny hesitates again before turning off the lamp. The LED light illuminates the landing but does not extend beyond the first step either way. Thank you. You may turn your flood lamp back on. Please continue to descend. At each landing, affix an LED light to the wall and turn it on. If you notice anything unusual, please report it. Benny turns the flood lamp back on, then descends the next flight of stairs. As he sets foot on the landing, the audio picks up sounds of pleading and crying, consistent consistent with those of the first exploration. Can you still hear the previously reported audio? Oh yeah, she sounds about 150, maybe 200 meters down. Am I supposed to get her? Look, Doc, I don't do good with kids. Please place the light and continue down until you notice anything unusual. The subject adheres the light to the wall and it turns on, then continues to the next landing. He adheres the third LED light to the wall and it turns on. Benny continues in this manner for the next 25 flights before stopping. I don't think I'm getting any closer to the kid, Doc. How far below would you estimate the source of the sound to be? Same as before, 150 to 200 meters down. Thank you. Please proceed. Benny continues in the same fashion for the next 24 flights. At the 51st landing, he stops. Footage shows an arced gouge in the concrete wall, estimated to be approximately 50 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide. The first step down from the landing appears to be completely smashed into rubble. You see that? Yes. Can you please describe what you see? Looks like something slashed at the wall, and the step over here is all crumbled up and stuff. The slash mark looks pretty smooth. Yeah, it's smooth. Feels like glass. Thank you. Please continue down. Look, Doc, I think I've gone far enough. Please continue as per our agreement. I don't want to be doing this, agreement or not. Data expunged. Benny steps over the destroyed step and continues down the staircase. What did the doctor say to him? What did the doctor say? Nothing is notable at the landing. Benny adheres an LED light to the wall and continues in the same fashion for another 38 flights. The sound of the crying and pleading still has not gotten closer. Benny is on the 89th landing, and 74 minutes have elapsed from the beginning of the exploration. Subject is estimated to be 350 meters below the initial platform. I feel like the kid's just trying to lure me down here, Doc. I think it's time for me to... Benny stops talking and moving as the flood lamp illuminates SCP-87-1. The face is staring directly at Benny, again indicating awareness of the subject's presence. Although -1 appears to be unmoving, its location is 38 flights below the initial counter in Exploration 1, indicating it is mobile. Is there a reason you stopped? Benny's breathing grows labored. SCP-87-1 remains immobile for an additional 13 seconds. It blinks. Benny is yelling incomprehensibly. -1 jerks forward until it's approximately 90 centimeters from Benny. Subject turns and flees up the stairs. Please relax and calm down. Turn around. We need a closer look at the face. Hello, Breezy. Benny ignores and continues rapid ascent. He continues to scream incomprehensibly. You need to slow down. Benny is unresponsive and continues rapidly climbing the stairs. His screaming diminishes to babbling. After ascending 72 flights, Benny collapses on the 17th landing. Benny, can you hear me? Benny is unresponsive, but labored breathing can be heard through the audio feed. For the next 14 minutes, Benny is immobile. The visual feed is black and audio picks up only the subject's breathing and the continuous pleading coming from below. After 14 minutes and 32 seconds of unchanging visual and audio feeds, the sound of a rapid heartbeat not consistent with a human heartbeat, and a low cracking noise is heard. 7 seconds later, Benny gasps and revives, continuing his ascent of the stairs rapidly and wordlessly. The heartbeat and cracking cease, and nothing abnormal is detected on the visual feed. He remains unresponsive. Benny exits at CP-87 and sits on the floor outside of the entrance. Benny then enters a catatonic state, from which he has not yet recovered. R.I.P. Bozo. Yeah, I don't know what extreme hatred of women was supposed to add to that tale. I don't know either. Weird. Anyway. Bit of color. That's what we call character creation. The gouge is pretty yonic. What does heartbeat not consistent with human heartbeat even mean? You're kind of onto something there. Like, instead of a badum, it would be like a... Like, you know, in Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and the doctor takes his heartbeat and it sounds like jingle bells? Maybe it's like that. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Dum dum. Hello, does it matter much? Glad you found me again in this place. D9884. Who wants her? It's woman time. A depressed, normal woman. Kuda Crow? I'll just call her Crow. Me, I'm 23. I'll call her Crow. Crow is a 23-year-old female of average build and appearance. Psychological background indicates a history of depression. Subject has a minimal record of using excessive force to data expunged. Crow is equipped with a 75... Yeah, she's got a lamp and water in her backpack and a blanket. She's going to be down. She's got 15 nutrient bars. Crow stands on the ground level landing of SCP-87. The flood lamp illuminates only the first 9 steps. LED lights placed on the wall during the last exploration are not visible. Comfort blankie. Something tells me she will not stick around long enough to snack down there. Please descend the first flight and examine the landing wall. Crow descends 13 steps and stops at the landing. There is no trace of the LED light at the location. Footage from Exploration 2 indicates it was placed. Yeah, it's just a dirty concrete wall. There's, like, nothing on it. No, wait. It's a little bit sticky right here. Why, like, clearly that is the voice the person had in mind when they were writing this. The first guy was like, average man, and then he just talks like an average man. And then the second one is an African-American male, and he's like, I don't know, doc. And then this person is like, yeah, it's just like a wall. I don't know. I don't know about all this. It's fine. I'll keep going. Yeah, you're right. She's depressed. So it's like, yeah, it's just like a dirty concrete wall. There's like nothing on it. Not to be sensationalist, but my mouse just died. So, like, 1 second. I'm just gonna plug it in for a second. Actually, this is perfect. I'm gonna run an ad. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. My throat fucking hurts. I don't know. We can finish this one and then do like one more. I'm not feeling so good, Doc. Bro, it's been an hour. Brother, what did you do? Is it when my sinuses are fucked and my throat, my voice is all gravelly? Text to speech? Well, then I'll just be doing nothing. Then I'll just be sitting here. At least now I'm reading. Passive income, baby. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. I need enough charge to. Please. Just let me. Okay. We'll just sit here for a bit. Funny side sinuses, gotta eat spicy food. Are you a doctor? Would that work? You can scroll by pressing down. No, I can't. It's because I've got OBS open as like the main. I'm like reading through OBS because I'm psychotic. Because I'm crazy. Why? Because I'm obsessed with myself and I like to keep an eye on her. Are we gonna find out what happens? I hope so. Please, just okay. I've got enough. I'm gonna put on the BRB screen quickly. I'm gonna go pee and fill up my coffee and be right back. Okay. One moment, please. Okay, hello. You want to hear such a sad story? I bought yesterday this I similar to my like bi-yearly craving for orange juice. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I would just love to eat a pickle right now. Um, but it's not often enough to like justify keeping them in the house, so it's always like a mission. Like I've got to go like find them. And I bought a big jar. They're Polish. I don't know. That just like resonated with me. Got a big jar of Polish pickles. Um, and I was enjoying one of my souvenirs from Los Angeles last night. So I was in a bit of a mood, and I was also super hungry. And I was like, "Oh my god, I've got that whole jar of pickles." I was so happy. Guess what? Couldn't fucking open the jar. I tried for probably 45 minutes to open this fucking jar, and I couldn't do it. And then I watched a video this morning that said you're supposed to like lodge a spoon under it until the pressure gives, and then I did that and it worked. Um, but I was like, fuck. I was like, my hand hurt. I tried everything. I got my fucking gloves, my washing up gloves. I got like a leather jacket and sort of wrapped my hand around it and just break the jar. Anyway, open now. Did the spoon trick, worked. Sort of like nicked my spoon a little bit. Um, the the pickles jar being almost impossible to open is just the universe balancing out that pickles are awesome. That might be true. The best things in life require work, a bit of physical exertion. I had no idea what to write. I just wrote complete bullshit with my sab bucks. Yeah, there's, I think that's a good one. Um, hello, Altalai. Cool to see you here, coming over from YouTube. Thanks for following me here. Hope you're well. We're reading SCPs, and they're really good. Okay, let's finish this tale of woe. Crow, was that her name? Right, it's just a dirty concrete wall. There's a child crying down there. She's begging for help and crying. The staircase sounds like an okay place to what? We'll never know. Thank you. Please continue down the steps until you notice anything unusual. Crow descends. Upon reaching the next landing, audio of the crying child, consistent with the prior two explorations, is picked up. No LED lights appear to be present on any of the landing walls. Crow continues with no incident until she reaches the 17th landing. Ew, there's something on the ground here and it smells really bad. It's all sticky and stuck on my shoe. Ugh, it's so gross. Video feed confirms presence of substance occupying a space approximately 50 centimeters in diameter. Can you describe the scent? It kinda smells like old rusty metal and pee. Thank you. Please continue until you notice anything else. Big worm. Oh no. It can't be good if it smells like pee. Smells like Toronto. Doc, it's Toronto down here. This is a staircase to Toronto. Crow continues to the 51st landing without incident. The 51st landing remains unchanged from the previous expedition, and similar observations are made. Crow is again asked to descend until anything unusual is noticed. Subject continues her descent until the 89th landing is reached. The video feed jerks and the subject yells, "Ah, fuck!" There's a hole in the ground and I almost fell in. That's where the face apprehended Benny last time. Benny piss. Video feed confirms the presence of a hole approximately 1 meter in diameter. The subject shines the floodlight down, revealing only blackness. Approximately 4 seconds pass, and a light of an indeterminate distance down the hole flicks on for approximately 2 seconds and then back off. There was a light down there. It's gone now, but it was on for like a second. Did you see it? Yes. Can you determine the depth of this hole? No way. It's too deep. At least a kilometer. Or like way more than a kilometer. That's super deep. Can you still hear the sounds of the child? Uh-huh. She still sounds far away. I don't feel like I'm getting any closer. It's like for every step I take, she takes one down. Please continue down until you encounter anything unusual. Crow continues to descend SCP-87 for approximately an hour, covering an additional 164 flights. 164 flights? If you need a job done, get a depressed 23-year-old woman to do it. She's going all the way, man. She ain't coming back. Her air miles are going crazy. She stops to rest on the 253rd landing, consuming 1 nutrient bar and several gulps of water. Crow is at an estimated 1.1 kilometers below the initial landing, yet the sound of the child is not changed in volume. After pausing for 4 minutes, Crow resumes her descent, making no stops for another 216 flights 1.5 hours later. The 469th landing, an approximate 1.8 kilometers below the ground level. I'm not getting anywhere. I think it's time I went back. I mean, going down is one thing, but this is a long climb back. Hell yeah, girly. You have been provided with food, water, and blankets to last you 24 hours. Please continue down. No, fuck you, fella. Those are some good knees. I know, I can feel the crick of it. Just, I mean, I can imagine it. We gave you a blankie. Please continue on. The AirPod and Smith's combo. God forbid a girl have a little sit down. No, I think I'm gonna go back up. Crow turns toward the previous flight of stairs. SCP-87-1, the face, is directly behind Crow, blocking her ascent. Oh no. The face appears approximately 30 centimeters from the lens of the camera. Its eyes are fixed directly on the lens, this time looking not at the subject, but the person viewing the video feed. The video feed glitches and freezes for 4 seconds, accompanied by a static-like screeching noise from the audio feed. It then cuts to bumpy visuals of Crow descending the stairs rapidly. Panicked and hysterical, it's been following me this whole time. It's been right behind me. Oh god, it's right behind me. It was looking right at me. Please do something. Please help me. Oh god, no, please get it away. Please, no, please. I knew it was following me. Help, make it leave. Please, no, it was looking at me. It was staring at me. I knew I was here. It's been watching me this whole time. Oh god, please help me. No, please. Crow continues to scream and plead hysterically as she rapidly descends the staircase. Oh, she's going deeper. Oh no. The previously heard static-like screeching seems to overlay the audio feed, beneath which can still be heard the original sound of the crying child. Approximately 14 flights down, the video feed swings to show the area directly behind Crow. The face is now approximately 20 centimeters from the camera lens. It's not staring at the subject, rather it's fixated on the camera lens, giving the illusion it's making eye contact with those viewing the footage. It's important to note that since the sighting of 87-1, the sound of the girl crying and pleading has been increasing in volume, indicating Crow is nearing the source. After an approximate 150 panicked flights of descent with 3 visual confirmations of -1 still in pursuit, Crow trips and appears to fall unconscious. Audio feed indicates strong proximity to the source of the crying. The static and screeching noise continue. Video feed shows yet another descending flight of stairs, indicating Crow has still not reached the base of the stairwell. 12 seconds of motionlessness pass before the face comes in full view of the camera, eye contact being made directly with the viewer. Audio and video feed cuts out. and no connection is reestablished. Save cash and carbon while you sleep. Tumpasor used ad permitted term girl gotta die. That is a frightening thought, that fucking face was behind you the whole time and she knew it. That's bloody scary. That's what she gets for using excessive force to open a jar. Unfortunately, the remaining data was expunged. Certainly frightening. We've got doorway to nowhere, anomalous transmission, humans go home, world without man. I like humans go home. That could be something. World without man. Alright, fuck me, I guess. How could they expunge that data when they know I love to gossip? Ooh. This is a, I don't know, this one might be kind of boring. Wait, let me see humans go home. Apparently it's funny. Q Nemo, thank you very much. Never thought I'd get to listen to you reading SCP-87. Listen, I aim to surprise. No shame in admitting this, but your poetry made me tear up. I mean, no shame at all. Whoops. If anyone's not gonna shame you for it, it's me. Can you imagine? If you told me one of my poems made you tear up and I was like, fucking loser. Hey, you little baby. You baby? No, that's very nice of you. Thank you for reading. A knuckle crack? That felt like a good one. Oh my god. Snap, crackle, pop. What's this one? Does anyone have... I would rather do a chat suggestion at this point, I guess, if there's one that you like in particular. Any SCP fans in the chat have one they'd like to recommend? $71.60. Ugh. Ugh. It's kind of long. That's kind of a good one, though. The Squidward creepypasta. This one honestly might be too dank. That one might be too dank. The Drowning Tub. One of the funny numbers. Samuel Cousins said 3008. Oh, is this the IKEA that goes forever or something? Yeah, let's do that. Way to be picky? What the hell? Another Euclid? We've seen these before. Can you do an Am I the Asshole for abandoning my daughter on vacation? Well, I'm gonna need more details than that. Wrong stream? Okay, someone ban Benny. Euclidean stream. The retail park containing this guy has been purchased by the Foundation and converted into site redacted. All public roads leading to or passing by site redacted have been redirected. The entrance to 30. I'm just gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it. Ike. Booze. Looks like boobs. How many SCPs read before tilts and stops? What did you pay out? Because it's like 2. That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Isn't like 6? This is. I think this is. I mean, this is now the 3rd one. It doesn't really matter at all. I'm calling this. I'm just gonna say. Whatever. I'll say 3000. It's just a lot of syllables to accomplish not a whole lot of anything. No one is allowed to enter 3008 outside of testing as permitted by the senior researcher. Humans exiting 3008 are to be detained and then debriefed prior to the administration of amnestics. They need to start giving these guys names like John and Daniel. I could just also say the SCP. You're so right. Humans exiting the SCP are to be, yeah, I read that already. Dependent upon the duration of their stay in the SCP, a cover story may need to be generated prior to their release. Any other entities exiting the SCP are to be terminated. It's a large retail unit previously owned and branded as IKEA, owned by and branded as IKEA, a popular furniture retail chain. A person entering the SCP through the main entrance and then passing out of sight of the doors will find themselves translocated into SCP-1. This displacement will typically go unnoticed as no change will occur from the perspective of the victim. They will generally not become aware until they try to return to the entrance. -1 is a space resembling the inside of an IKEA furniture store. Okay, so second IKEA. Extending far beyond the limits of what could physically be contained within the dimensions of the retail unit. Current measurements indicate an area of at least 10 kilometers squared, with no visible external terminators detected in any direction. Visible external terminators? What, like a wall? Inconclusive results from the use of laser rangefinders has led to the speculation that the space may be infinite. Me when the non-Euclidean geometry pop off. IKEA of leaves. -1 is inhabited by an unknown number of civilians trapped within prior to containment. Gathered data suggests they may have formed a rudimentary civilization, including the construction of settlements and fortifications for the purpose of defending against -2. -2 are humanoid entities that exist within -1. While superficially resembling humans, they possess exaggerated and inconsistent bodily proportions, often described as being too short or too tall. Me on Tinder? Don't know. They possess no facial features and in all observed cases wear a yellow shirt and blue trousers consistent with the IKEA employee uniform. This is just the backrooms in IKEA for sure. I love how Gen Z got together and decided that like the scariest thing that could possibly exist is just like an office building. A floor in an office building is like just so fucking scary, man. Shit gives me the creeps. Long office. Dash 1 has a rudimentary day-night cycle. True, and then they did Severance, which was a great show. I'm not mad about that. Hallway, in parentheses, dark. It has a rudimentary day-night cycle determined by the overhead lighting within the space activating and deactivating at times consistent with the opening and closing times of the original retail store. During the night instances of Dash 2, they will become violent towards all other life forms within Dash 1. During these bouts of violence. So we haven't learned anything about these except that they are short or tall and they're wearing an IKEA uniform. Exaggerated and inconsistent bodily proportions, i.e., 4'8" or 7'1". Give me something else. What are they? Do they have like short arms sometimes too? Like, come on. Maybe they're really wide. That would be scarier. Like flat but wide. That would be frightening. Ganglion squart motherfuckers. Okay, but anyway, yes, they are very scary. They will become violent towards all of the life forms within blah, blah, blah. They've been heard to vocalize phrases in English that are typically variations of "the store is now closed, please exit the building." Once day begins, Dash 2 instances immediately become passive and begin moving throughout Dash 1 seemingly at random. They're unresponsive to questioning or other verbal cues in this state, though will react violently if attacked. Dash 1 is known to have one or more exits located within, though these exits do not appear to have a fixed position, making it difficult to leave Dash 1 once inside. Using any other door besides the main entrance to enter the structure or breaking through the walls of the retail unit leads into the non-anomalous interior of the original store. Of course. Since containment began, 14 individuals have managed to exit the SCP. Following extensive debriefing, all individuals have been administered amnestics and released. Incident? An incident. A human male exited the SCP, followed 10 seconds later by an instance of a Dash 2. Dash 2 caught and killed the man before itself being terminated by armed response personnel. This incident represents the only time an instance of Dash 2 has been seen exiting the SCP. A full autopsy on the corpse was performed. Holy shit. The man was carrying an IKEA-branded journal seeming to document his time in Dash 1, transcribed below, verbatim. Well, open it the fuck up. Oh, it's pretty long. We're reading it. Does Joe Biden know about this? Has anyone briefed President Biden? Listen, just let yourself delight in the luxury of being read to. Okay? Just settle in. Know the last time someone read you something? Your mumsy when you were a child. All right? And now it's me. What are you saying? I don't know. So. You think my mom can read? I'm writing this to document what I can only assume is my sudden descent into insanity. Oh, okay. I can't possibly be that bad a navigator, and yet as I write this, I've been trapped in IKEA for 2 days. I haven't seen another person in the entire time I've been here. I thought it was a prank at first. Turn the place into a maze, get all the people out, and see how long it takes me to get lost. Then everyone has a good old laugh. Realized that wasn't the case when I tried to backtrack. Everything had changed, so I ended up lost. Instead of the exit, it was just row after row of bookcases. So I'm trapped in IKEA. Sounds like the setup for a bad joke. The lights went out at 10 p.m. Nearly gave me a fucking heart attack. That loud electrical thunk sound and then pitch blackness. Place is full of beds though, and my phone has a torch on it. Oh, this guy's British. I'm not gonna do the accent, but and my phone has a torch on it, but no damn signal. So I found a bed and went to sleep. Spent most of the next day trying to find my way out with no luck. Boo, British rep. Did find a restaurant serving those meatballs though, so at least I won't starve. Honestly, if this happened to me, like whatever, you know? If this happened to me and afterwards I was like gonna head to the cafe, if I have like my laptop in a bag, whatever. I'll hang out. What, they've got a calf with the meatballs and like all the food and stuff, and it's just like a big IKEA with a bunch of different comfy beds for me to try. Also, occasionally there's some really tall men roaming around and they want to like beat me up. Nice. Cool. Stoic queen. Plot twist, this SCP is heaven. That would be a good one. That's just Croydon. I'm into that shit. Did find a restaurant serving those meatballs though, so at least I won't starve. That's probably the punchline to that joke. Anyway, they were still warm and fresh, but I haven't seen anyone around who could have cooked them. Made my way back to the beds before the lights cut out again since it's too dark to search with them off. It's 9:10 a.m. now. The lights came back on a little while ago. I'm sure I've searched the entire area around where I came in now, and the exit obviously isn't here, so I'm gonna pick a direction and hope for the best. Day 3 of my magical IKEA mystery adventure. This guy's so quirky. If I wasn't sure that there was something seriously weird about this place before, I am now. Walked for 3 hours in a more or less straight line. Insert IKEA joke here. Before I came across a ladder next to one of those huge stock shelves they have here. Climbed up to get my bearings, and it looks like this place just stretches on forever. Like that scene... like that scene from The Lion King, except instead of trees and grass, it was all shelves and tables and crap. I did see a person moving not too far away, though, so I headed over. Modern SCP entries be like, SCP redacted is a redacted Among Us redacted, result genitals obliterated. And everyone goes, ah! Ah! That's so fucked up. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy dies. Nice. Thought it was a staff member at first. It was wearing the uniform, and hell, maybe it was, though maybe freakish 7 feet tall monsters with long arms, short legs, and no faces. Oh, I forgot they have no faces. Are just the kinds of thing they want working at Super IKEA. Okay, so in addition to being tall, also super long arms, short legs, which implies long torso. Long torso. Just like a bookshelf-like rib cage. And no face as well, of course. No face. That's what you do to make something spooky real fast. Just like, it doesn't have a face. They all sound so pretty. Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting a sub to the guy who left that funny comment. Damn thing completely ignored me though. And with no eyes or ears, I can't even be sure it knew I was there. Thought about shoving it or something to get its attention, but its hands were big enough to crush a watermelon, so I decided against it. It just kept moving along, and eventually I lost sight of it, so I decided to carry on the way I was going. Anyway, no comfy bed for me tonight. Looks like I've entered the improbably hard and pointy table section of the store. Guess I'll have to make do with some bunched up tablecloths. Phone battery died during the day too. Didn't work anyway, but I feel like I've just lost some vital lifeline. This guy's having the worst fucking day of his life. So sorry. Add scoliosis and that's me. I don't know what this is. And he's British. This guy had nothing to live for, man. It's for the best. You ever see one of those cartoons where they're going through the doors in a hallway and they just pop out of another door in the same hallway? Yeah, I've seen Scooby-Doo. That's how I feel right now. I've seen nothing but the same identical bookshelf for 2 days now. Just row after row after row of them. I mean, come on. I love books as much as the next guy, but this is excessive. See you later, Ramlius. I'm obviously still moving forwards, though. I can see the signs hanging overhead passing by. Too bad none of them say exit. Not sure who I was addressing that question to. Let's just say it was practice for the autobiography I'm going to write when I get out of here. I'll call it my perfectly normal trip to a regular old IKEA. If I ever get out. Crossed out. First, he's losing hope. He's losing hope. Scooby-Doo. Finally found some other people. Turns out I'm not the only other poor bastard trapped in here. Lucky for me, I guess. My 6th night here, 2 of those staff things came at me in the dark. Different from the first one I saw, but still messed up. Heard them coming. They were saying that the store was closed and I had to leave the building all nice and polite like. Was this guy from fucking all nice and polite like? I'm not sure which part of that was weirder. That they don't have mouths, or that they were apparently trying to kill me while they were saying it. Came at me like rabid dogs. Rabid dogs are frothing at the mouth. They have no mouths at which to froth at. But anyway, I liked it. Sprinting through IKEA in the dark like a fucking madman. I saw it when I cleared another stand of those giant stock shelves all lit up with torches and floodlights. They've built a whole town in here. Got a massive wall built out of shelves and beds and tables and whatever else. I swear to God, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Anyway, I guess they saw me coming, or maybe they heard my... he wrote girlish and then crossed it out and wrote manly. Bellows of fear. Because they had a gate open and 2 people were there waving me in. Heard the staff thing slam into the gate behind me after it closed, still politely informing us all that the store was now closed. They wandered off eventually, though. They call the town Exchange because that's what's on the sign hanging from the ceiling directly above it. Exchange and returns. This sucks. Hold on, I'm gonna... There's other towns, yeah, I get it, monsters. He's got friends called Sandra and Jerry, apparently. We found some food. Grand list of weird bullshit. The staff attacked the exchange. Thousands of dead staff. No smell. Killed them. Fucking. It's a bunch of people. It's just like a bunch of people. The attacks are getting bad. almost every night, and with so many staff that the bodies almost pile high enough for others to climb the walls, I think we're in real trouble here. I think exchange is done. We got hit pretty bad last night. Not many casualties, but the wall is wrecked. Oh, whatever. If I do die tonight, I'll just wake up here again in the morning. Okay, that sucked. Hated that one. Boring. This is like when my mom used to read me Spark Notes at night. The end. The real monster was capitalism. Now read Wattpad. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not feeling so hot. Doomsday feedback sucked, hated it, you have no talent. Oh, Samuel Cousins, I forgot you were the one that even recommended it. Don't worry, don't take it personally. What can we learn from this? I don't know. It's just like I'm never gonna do it again. I don't know. I thought that would be better for some reason. It didn't even overstimulate me. Like the staircase one was good. I enjoyed reading the staircase one. Just I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. SCP-1733 in your free time. I'm like actually lightheaded. Wait, this SCP-1733 is a digital recording of the 2010 to 2011 NBA season opening game played at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. That's spooky. It does freak me out when like recordings of things are inexplicably like wrong. Like subtly, that's always been frightening to me. This one is good, to be fair. Fuck. Wait, this is pretty short. Okay, this is pretty short. This can be the last one. This can be the last one. I need to go to SCP-3008 for a new lamp today. Let's do this. Agents monitoring social networking sites were alerted to the SCP when Boston native complained in a Facebook thread on 10/27 about a technical foul in the third quarter involving players Ray Allen and Chris Bosh that never occurred in the original broadcast. That's so spooky for no reason. Just that makes me want to cry. That makes me want to cry more than anything I've read so far. Just like why? Why did that happen? This is a true story, as we all know. When confronted, Burr uploaded the relevant segment, much to the confusion of his derogators. The feeling of alien wrongness, indeed. This is my story. Foundation agents embedded in Facebook's moderator team deleted the thread and procured the IP addresses of all individuals present at the chat at this time to locate and administer Class A amnestics. They're drugging us, man. The Motorola brand DVR containing the SCP was recovered for study. Oh no, my IP. Basketball. Zuck is fucking Men in Black. He's got his shades on. Study of the footage has since revealed the nature of the recording's anomalous properties, although initially diverging from the original broadcast only negligibly, such as quarter point totals and occurrences of fouls. That's so scary to me! The SCP has begun to markedly digress from the content of its earlier playbacks. Recorded entities have been observed to retain memory of previous playings and as such have developed a burgeoning awareness of their existence. It's hypothesized that playbacks impart an unquantifiable measure of cognizance to the entities inhabiting the SCP, with consecutive playings generally expanding recall of previous events. This event is cumulative and extends to all persons in the arena. Quality of awareness has progressed from reported feelings of intense deja vu by commentator personalities Mike and Tommy. Mike and Tommy. Right. The individuals in the recording are... Sorry, jump scare? Are virtually indistinguishable from their real-life counterparts in talent, behavior, and mannerisms on court. Fans in the crowd also appear to be real human beings in all respects, and Foundation inquiries into current status of these persons has found nothing of note. For all intents and purposes, recorded entities appear to be the actual individuals, but somehow abiding in a digital medium. Can you see my eyes welling up with tears? That actually scares me so bad. Actually, that's so scary. Ugh. This is a good one. Isn't that such a weird reaction? Why am I crying? I'm gonna give Sam nightmares. It's like just so hellish. ESPN horror. Truly an unexplored genre. If one of the players in the recording walked out of the stadium, I'd freak the fuck out. Make sure you check over your old Twitch VODs. Make sure nothing has changed. Oh my god, do not fuck with me. The intense dread of eternal reruns. This is actually freaking me the fuck out. Okay, wait. TD Garden Records have put the number of people in attendance. It's redacted. It's redacted. It was initially thought that the purpose of the SCP was to depict an infinite number of game outcomes, since players were able to modify offensive and defensive strategies during every playback. By playback 34, players and coaches became so keenly adapted to the opposing team's playbook that the score remained 0-0 until 3:34 in the first quarter. As quality of recall was still weak in early stage iterations, memory of preceding playbacks likely manifested as a vague intuition felt by players, fans, and team personnel alike, interfering with their ability to grasp the full scope of their situation. By playback 45, however, comprehension of their predicament had reached such a point that players declined to play altogether and assembled with the rest of those in attendance to formulate possible escape plans. It's the conclusion of Foundation researchers that the inhabitants of the SCP are imprisoned in the setting of the recording, as they have been unable to exit by any... Stop playing it! Why do they keep playing it? These poor fuckers. Let them rest. Doors leading out of... They can't leave. Doors leading out of the arena have not yielded to an estimated force in excess of redacted. Jack Stauber video? Ugh, yeah. The assembly has also been unable to exit from locker rooms, player facilities, and skyboxes. Waiting for patrons arriving in its scripted points prior to the start of the first quarter has also been unsuccessful. Individuals leave by where patrons entered and are then unable to navigate and escape from the adjacent corridors that girdle the main area. Escape attempts have since grown more desperate and have included failed attempts at constructing makeshift explosives, all-out rioting, the fracturing of the assembly into 3 opposing factions, and by playback redacted, the ritualistic murder and disembowelment of players in the hopes of appeasing whatever it is that confines them. However, upon the beginning of a new playback, all persons are returned to their pre-game status unharmed. Oh, that's so disgusting. Due to the distress visited upon inhabitants of the SCP, testing has been suspended indefinitely. The first recorded deviation from the broadcast. 1 April 2021. 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 1 April 2021 making offerings to the NBA. TD Garden crowd boos the Miami Heat during entrance. Miami Heat forward. Oh my god, I forgot this whole time LeBron James is here. LeBron James is disemboweling some poor motherfucker in order to please an invisible, non-existent god that binds them to their predicament. It's been LeBron the whole time. That's so funny. How this affects LeBron's legacy, indeed. Don't you know that guy? Yeah. We grew up together. Score remains 0-0 for 8 consecutive possessions. Fans appear, this is playback 15. Fans appear noticeably subdued when displayed on the facility's HD scoreboard screen. Is it, Celtics. LeBron James saying LeBron James in the meme voice. And then one recording later beating the fuck out of a crowd of people. Celtics. Of course. I said it right and then I doubted myself. There's a lesson in there. Celtics power forward Glenn Davis is able to execute a crucial block late in the fourth quarter on LeBron James he could not complete during the original broadcast, securing the Celtics lead. Commentators note that Glenn Davis's dedication to performing well on both sides of the court in spite of the Big Three's blistering ball movement on offensive plays, a nascent awareness of previously played games has begun to form. I think the team is Celtics, but the people group is Celtic. That would explain my confusion. Thank you for the tip. Playback 26. First Miami Heat victory. Don't read ahead. First Miami Heat victory, 112-85. Crowd becomes aggressive, shouting obscenities and hurling foodstuffs at the Celtics. Color commentator Tom Heinsohn understood the frustration, criticizing the Celtics coaching staff for becoming so complacent after having cracked the code of the Miami Heat offense. As this was the first game together for the Miami Big Three, it's unlikely any coaching personnel would have become so adjusted to an unfamiliar offense in a single game. Commentators Mike and Tommy note a feeling of deja vu during the Heat's grandiose entrance. My eyes started welling up again. That's so scary. For the commentators to be like, hey Mike, you feel like we've been here before? That's so fucking scary to me, man. Crowd remains subdued during key Celtics plays. Celtics emerge the victors, prompting Tom to remark the Celtics have come a long way, winning back the hearts of their fans. When asked to elaborate by Mike, the other guy could only respond that he felt the team had an embarrassment to atone for, but he could not specify further. This is what happens under the hood when someone says they trained an AI. Please, no. Philip? You okay, buddy? I mean, listen, we don't shame here. That's just a puberty thing. Yeah, that's normal. You're just into gore. Do you like when gore is like shiny and stuff? Not sexually, in an empath way? You know when your groin tingles in an empath way? The guy gets hard and he's like, sorry, I'm just an empath. Your Honor, I'm an empath. I think he's an SCP. It's funny. Teams emerge disoriented and confused. This is on 44. Game is suspended. Majority of time is spent by medical professionals assessing the mental state of the players, who remain convinced that they had dreamt playing the season opener frequently the previous night. Ugh. Players won't play. Doors are tested but cannot be budged. Recording closes as a crowd begins to fashion makeshift weapons to pry open doors. Last instance of camera being manipulated by the camera crew. All following playbacks are seen through a single static shot of a broadcast view camera. 51. No attempts to exit the building have succeeded. All exits in the arena and adjacent areas remain sealed. Sorry, I'm now distracted by the chat. Philip, I went in too hard on you. I also get that. I completely relate. I was just flicking your balls. Moss Green. What up? Broke my hand today punching a chair because I got mad. What are you, fucking 16 years old? "26? Sort it out, brother." It seems like if they shut off all the cameras, they might be able to escape. That's so true. If only you were there to tell them. We're covering a lot of unexpected ground today. Sorry you broke your hand, though. That's pretty grim. Heal up, brother. Okay, I'm so distracted. There's like so much going on. Hold on, let's find out what happens to these poor bastards. Everyone focus. They can't fucking leave. First recorded violent incident. Man knocked unconscious in previous playback is returned to previous state unharmed upon the beginning of the current recording. He ambushes and bludgeons one of his attackers to death. Cognitization has progressed to such a point that the crowd is now able to remember the events of that week, as well as friends and family members outside the facility. Attempts to contact outside for help are met with failure. 65. Crowd is unable to exit. Congregation has since dissolved into the following groups and factions. Players, coaches, and all involved team personnel has presumably barricaded themselves in off-screen player facilities. That's totally what you do. Lucky for those guys. I'm just gonna hang out in the locker room until this all blows over. The infirm and parents, accompanied by their children, have retreated to the northeast corner of the balcony rise and have elected to wait out playbacks as they occur. Faith keepers. It's punishment for rampant consumerism of the post-industrial world, and have burned offerings of mobile phones, car keys, handbags, and wallets in center court for the past 4 playbacks. The Faith Keepers grow in number after previous playback incident where 3 males were severely injured by an improvised explosive fastened to an exit door. Hedonistic displays of sex and violence have sufficiently curbed the efforts of proselytizers. Makeshift curtains are hung around the site of an orgy. That is what you do, isn't it? You try blowing up the door, you try burning shit, and then I guess you just fuck. Conditions have deteriorated considerably. Individuals left from balcony section. Faith Keepers storm player facilities to retrieve Paul Pierce and LeBron James. The players are ritually sacrificed. And their bodies are subsequently displayed on the arena's jumbotron. The murder of players seems to have no effect on the recording. Proselytizers have begun to call for the sacrifice of children. Adults have formed a wall. First recorded deviation in arena lights to a deep red color. Data expunged. That was the best one we read today for sure. Give that a plus. Can't. That was spooky. A deep red color, you say. 1 tear. It made me shed a tear. That's what I was looking for. Instead, we were reading shit about the toilet and fucking guy trapped in IKEA. +1 groin tinkle. Lighting change implies the sacrifices were doing something. I don't know if it implied that they were doing something. I think they maybe just played it back so many times that, like, it became hell forever. Was the impression that I got. Success, we felt 1 emotion. Sav, an unnerving story about people becoming aware they're trapped in a recording is terrifying. Also, Sav, LMAO, LeBron got sacrificed. It's like just a real guy sort of takes you out of it a little bit. I don't know. They killed LeBron? HyperX Cloudcore gaming headphones. I'm gonna bounce because I'm sick and fucked up and I don't want to read anymore. That was fun though. That was fun. It came round in the end. I think I need to start. I would do this again, if they were all like the last one we just read. I think I need to vet them before instead of this free flowing bohemian shtick I had going on where I was like, I'll just do whatever. I think if I vet them, then maybe we can make this work. Okay. The bike is gone. Thank you all very much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday. Okay? Yeah, or the mods could vet them if that's something that you would be interested in. I trust your judgment. Yeah, okay. I'll see you Monday. Thanks for coming. Okay. Bye.